So we are really about engagement. Most black and brown children have no idea that engineers make the most money, the disruptive-minded engineers, that 40% of the world's billionaires and trillionaires are engineers. So our strategy is to draw black and brown children into the field of STEM by not just teaching them how to play with technology, or how to calculate it and not know what it is, but how to create it. They say that the creation of technology is academically a far more visceral academic experience than just doing all the math and computation and having no idea why you're doing it. I'm an engineer. I went to Northeastern University and I worked for some of the largest companies like AT&T and Canon USA, and that's the way I was taught. And when I graduated and found out that engineers that go to the Ivy League learn how to create technology, I was infuriated, and that's why I did this. So we are teaching children what technology is from the creation of technology side, and that's the whole notion of mixing entrepreneurship with STEM. So they're creating companies, but they're using engineering tools and principles to do it. And the top of the technological food chain is in two terms. One called a disruptive innovation. Uber, Amazon, Netflix, Tesla, these are all disruptors. And then unicorn companies, which are just companies that are doing $1 billion in sales in their first year. We teach students by mixing entrepreneurship with STEM to make both. And they get very excited because we're not telling them that it's engineering. We don't want to scare them away. We are telling them that we're teaching them to make a money machine. And as I'm sure you probably guessed, they get very excited. So that's our strategy. We have an audio book and an ebook, The Kids Write Business. I'm going to get into that later, but just to let you know, the kids are not going to be terrified of this because they think it's engineering. All they care about, when they hear money and machine, they're all in. So we have a very simple pricing structure. We wanted to make sure that we did not price this. We priced this according to school budgets and principal budgets. Quite a few of the principals we speak with are experiencing budget cuts, so we don't want money to get in the way of us being able to demonstrate the appetite that your students may have for this. So we have 3 different packages. The pilot program is $1,500. It is inclusive, or the students would be able to invest in the stock market. They would write a resume and create a LinkedIn profile. To a certain degree, they'd be able to read and understand the conversations that are taking place on the Bloomberg Channel or the Wall Street Journal. This is very vocabulary word intensive. The kids get really bombarded with vocabulary words because this is basically it's a language unto itself. They would do a sales competition where they would, compete and break into teams and compete to see who can sell a specific product more than the other team. And the lesson plan that's really a big hit with the kids is that they create a Super Bowl television commercial. They would act it out. They would understand the 3 different types of commercials. They'd be able to identify them when they watch them on TV. And that lesson plan is always a lot of fun for the kids. They really love that one. The deluxe is a full semester. Everything that's in the pilot program would be obviously in the deluxe, and they would write and perform a business plan in teams. They would conceptualize a prototype for a product. They would learn about engineering and reverse engineering. They would also interview successfully for the C-suite executive positions, meaning chief executive officer, chief marketing officer, chief information officer, and chief risk officer. Obviously, they would need to know what those jobs entail, so that would be a really great learning experience for them. And the business plan is really, intense as far as reading and writing. For schools, sometimes schools will, say, hey, we really want to, drill the kids on writing exercises. So in addition to writing a business plan, they'd write memos, they'd write emails, they'd write press releases. There's a lot that goes into that. But they would write a fully blown business plan, and it's a lot there. So that's a really great literacy writing exercise for schools or districts that want to take advantage of that. And then the year-long package is basically creating the unicorn and the disruptor. Basically, they're they're creating a tech company. Everything that goes in between, involved with that, as far as the evaluations on the investment banking side, the engineering, the research and development, and the market sales and marketing and everything. I mean, soup to nuts. They're really creating a tech company. No, some of them may even come up with something that they can actually sell and get patented, get provisional patents. So those are the three pricing structures, and hopefully, one of them is appealing to you. As per all three packages, students receive the Formula softcover book, the electronic book, and the audio book. And the reasoning behind that is that for students that are maybe struggling with their reading comprehension, giving them the ebook to look at and then having the audiobook to listen to will hopefully allow them to read along with me, so that they can learn the different words and they don't have to struggle with them. I kind of read the book. I essentially read the book to them while they watch it along with me. The soft cover books are really for their parents, because we want what usually happens is the parents take the book and then they read through it, and that makes the school and the parents partners, because now the parents understand exactly what the students are learning and what they need to do to be successful in the class and to hopefully make a money machine. And then as far as the teacher support is concerned, all the different packages, the teachers have unlimited training and support. That happens in the classroom, where I come into the classroom, myself or my staff will be in the classroom with the teacher in a co-teaching model, and that really helps the kids grow their confidence, because they like to see me in the class. I have a certain cultural currency with them, and when my experience, what I believe registers in their mind is that this guy came to see us personally, and we are important. They really feel that it's important for them to know that. I took the trip to come and see them personally, because I noticed that they react a lot more to that than just doing it over the Zoom call. So it's a mixture of both. And then we also gives the teachers narrated digital lesson plans, which are just me, again, my voice in the background, walking the teachers and the students through the lessons with graphics and explaining it and triggers and animations, so that it's hopefully as visually entertaining as possible. So the teachers can learn it along with the students as they move through the curriculum, and the teachers and the students kind of learn it at the same time with a lot less heavy lifting by the teacher. And again, that is standard with all of the three packages.